Hey guys, so today I'm going to make a video about things that you should buy when you're expecting a baby in Japan, and it's probably not that different from America, except one thing I think is definitely different is the number of things that I will recommend are going to be fewer and smaller than the things that you might have an American friend tell you, because in Japan every space and apartment size is smaller, so I definitely try to be conservative about what you buy, no big items, because you're going to have to store those away forever if you ever want to have more kids or whatever. So my list is specifically things that I used, I loved, and I recommend you to buy. I want to start by telling you about stores in Japan. I did not know any other moms when I got pregnant, no one to tell me where to go and get stuff. Get your stuff from Nishimatsuya. It's called Nishimatsuya. It's got a bunny, a white bunny cartoon character as its icon. You'll see it on the sign probably all around you. They're all over the country. Don't go to Toys R Us, because Toys R Us and Babies R Us is going to be twice as much expensive as Nishimatsuya. If you don't mind paying for quality, you're probably going to get better quality at Babies R Us, but Nishimatsuya has great stuff as well, and it's half the price. So go there first. That's a mistake that I definitely made. I did not know about Nishimatsuya. You can get everything on this list there pretty much, except for a few things that you might have to order online. The next thing I want to quick talk about, which is a video on its own, are diaper brands that I recommend in Japan. The main ones are Moonies, Mary's, Pampers, Mammy Poco, Genki, and Goon. I'm sure there's other ones out there, but those are the ones you'll always see. I've tried all of them except for Mammy Poco and Genki. I have tried Goon, and I have tried all the rest, and the ones that I would say stick to are Moonies, Mary's, and Pampers. You're pretty much safe with those three. I switched Ellie all around between the three of those, and they all worked great. Right now she's wearing Moonies, the pull-up type, which are seriously the best diapers I've ever purchased, both in America and in Japan. The quality, it's a waste to throw them away. That's how nicely made they are. So, as far as cloth diapering goes, I have never seen really nice cloth diapers in Osaka. I haven't looked in Tokyo, but where I've looked, I've been to Akachan Honpo and Nishimatsuya and Babies R Us, and the only kind of cloth diapers they have, which maybe I should show you one, but they're not very nice, and they leaked and they smelled, and well, actually they didn't really smell, but they weren't that nice, not like the ones you see online. So if you're going to do cloth diapers in Japan, I would recommend, if you're living in Osaka, order them online. Okay, so number one thing that I used the most out of everything else was this. I have a ton of these Burp rags, and I think they're actually diaper inserts. They're from America, but I'll tell you the other option if you can't get them from America. But they're actually diaper inserts. They're extra absorbent. You need them because your baby, either bottle fed or breastfed, is going to spit up and make accidents all over, and these are the most handy dandy thing you can ever have, and they're soft on skin and they're wonderful. If you're living in Japan, I would say gauze. These are called gauze, like gauze, and they're just really soft, nice fabric that you can use as a washcloth or for spit ups or whatever. I have 10 or 20 of these, and I use them every day in the bath, and I would say definitely buy these, and they're cheap at Nishimatsuya. The next thing is Japanese style baby clothes is the best. I got lots of clothes for my baby shower, but the thing that I used the most were the Japanese yukata style kind of outfits, which tie on the inside, and the reason I like those is because they didn't have any snaps in the crotch, they had no zippers, no fuss, and you know that a newborn baby poops I swear to God, 20 times or 30 times a day. I don't even know how many times your baby pooped, but Ellie definitely pooped all the time. And I was constantly up in there, and it wasn't even worth buttoning and zippering. It was just like so nice to have a one piece that you could just open and close. I'll show you a picture of what one looks like now. Once she got older and it got colder outside, I liked the one zip onesies that you just zipped open and zipped close. Those are the easiest. The next thing you're going to need is, in Japan, I don't know about the States, but in the hospital they make you check your baby's temperature every time that you feed, before you feed your baby. So every time before you're feeding, you take their temperature and you write it down. Once you get home, they recommend you to continue doing so. Just to monitor, make sure your baby is not too hot or too cold, and so invest in a nice thermometer, because you're going to continue using it if your child goes to daycare as well. Definitely buy a nice one. The next thing is a bouncy seat. I used mine all the time. Like, I think Ellie slept in her bouncer more than she slept in her bed. So it's just, you know, one of those laid back, sassy seats, if you will. And it just vibrates, and like, it's comfortable, it's easy. I felt like I could set her down in there and she wouldn't wake up, but if I set her down in her bed, she'd just wake up immediately. Like, going from held position to flat, it just like woke her up. So, a bouncer. Nursing boppy, I recommend this one because this is the best. It's got Velcro. This is the kind that my hospital used. It's my sister-in-law's, but I'm borrowing it. So it's got Velcro in the back, which is so handy because when your sore ass is just giving birth and you're like fidgeting with a boppy and it's sliding off and you have to bend over and you're like, oh, I'm in pain. This Velcro thing, you just keep this sucker on all the time. This basically was attached to me constantly, and Ellie was on here to get this thing. Alright, anyway, where was I? Blankets, receiving blankets, nursing pads, you know, your boobs leak, you need to get pads for those suckers. Nipple cream, it hurts, breastfeeding hurts, don't give up, but in the beginning you're going to want some cream to put on those puppies. Nursing bras, if you're planning on breastfeeding, and big panties. You're going to want big panties for the hospital because those pads are like surfboards, and just big panties. They sell the kind here in Japan that like Velcro in the crotch so you can open them up and it's easy access, whatever. Invest in some of those. Another thing I used constantly was my nursing cover, and I had two kinds but preferred one. I had the kind that tied in the back or like looped through in the back, and then I had one that was like a poncho and you just put your head through it. I preferred that kind. I didn't have to fuss with tying it in the back. All I had to do was slip it over my head and there was no like slippage. It was black, the best. It was just a black poncho for nursing. Use that all the time. Baby balm, okay, definitely this. So my mom sent me this from the States. You can order it online. It's called Baby Butter, and it's Skin Deep Naturals. Okay, it's really worn because I used it all the time. You see that? I love this. Like, it's all natural baby butter with like hazelnut oil, coconut oil, beeswax, all organic ingredients. It's not medication, so you can use it every single day without worrying about your child getting used to it or their skin getting immune to it. You can order this online at skindeepnaturals.com. Again, skindeepnaturals.com. I used this whole thing, so it's got beads in it now. And now I'm using a different one because I guess they don't sell that one anymore where I bought it. And this is just another kind. Any kind of balm that smells good, all natural, I recommend, because Ellie has extra sensitive skin. I used to have to put it on her every single day because she'd get diaper rash, and I felt safe using this every day. Another thing that I use all the time still today is, which I bought in America but you can buy it in Japan, is Vaseline. That's safe on bottoms. You can use it for like anything. I mean, it's Vaseline. It's like, you could probably eat it and be fine. Vaseline in a tube, extra safe, extra wonderful, extra useful. You can buy it normal Vaseline in Japan as well. I've never seen it in the tube, but also Qtips, they recommend you use these. They're little baby tiny Qtips. I know we don't use these kind in the States, but as long as you're careful, they're fine, and they come in useful for cleaning the umbilical cord and getting boogers out of their nose. Baby soap, and this, I love the Japanese kind of baby soap, the foaming kind. There's the Pigeon brand and the Johnson's baby wash kind. This one smells good, but it's more expensive. They're both useful because they come out in foam, and if you know that foam washes off really easily, and when you've got a baby screaming in the bathtub, you just want to get them out as fast as possible. You squirt the foam on, wash them off, and then it rinses off really easily. And it's super sensitive on skin. Buy this. I love it. Okay, the crib is so low down on the list because you don't really need a crib. Like, I like mine because Ellie still sleeps in it and she can't get up and walk around in the middle of the night, and I rest assured knowing that she's not going to get out of her crib. But if you don't mind, if you have a secure house, a secure place, and you're always, you know, with your baby, a futon is fine, a bed's fine, anything's fine. So I use a crib, but you don't need it. And the last thing on the list is a round head pillow, and I don't know if we sell them in they sell them in the States or not, but it's a round pillow like a donut. And in the middle is a little tiny indent hole type thing, and it's for making your child's head round. So if your baby's constantly sleeping on its back, it might develop a flat head. But if you use one of these pillows, then supposedly your baby's head will turn out more round. And I did use mine a lot, actually. I liked it because it kind of held Ellie's head in place, so I liked it. Maybe not for you, but anyway, so I hope that was helpful. And I'm sorry if I ranted and it was really fast or whatever, but I gotta get this done while Ellie's still sleeping. She's napping right now. So anyway, if there's any other questions you have, I know I'm way past due for making lots of videos. Like I told you guys, I'd make a tattoo video on tattoos in Japan and lots of others, which I will hopefully get around to eventually. I've just been super busy, and I just got Ellie's daycare application in yesterday, and just been crazy. So anyway, I hope you liked it, and keep watching. Bye.